يا من هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر الخالق البارئ المصور الغفار.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين يا رب العالمين. Dearest beloved divine friends, family, brothers and sisters, welcome to the Electric Mosque's presentation of the teachings of Islam, brought to you by yours truly, Haji Dr. Ocean Khan and the Arki's family, based on the teachings of the Quran and usually from other scriptures, with great and mighty wisdom for a better humanity. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Magnificent, the Merciful, Master of the day of requital, the day of judgment. Thee do we serve, O Allah, and Thee do we beseech for help. Guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom Thou hast bestowed favors, nor not those upon whom wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. My dearest beloved divine friends, brothers and sisters, I want to do, by the grace of Allah, by inspiration, this morning and for the next few weeks, an entire reading in the Arabic translation into English, the beautiful chapter 16 of the Holy Quran, Al-Nahl, the bee. And then, after which, we'll do again another 1 or 2 or 3 sessions discussing and articulating on the importance of the Al-Nahl, or the bee, to human civilization. Now in this chapter, a lot of wisdom will be brought out concerning a lot of aspects about human life and about human destiny, the science, brotherhood of Muslims, brotherhood and respectability of other human beings, ethnicities and religions. So I ask you to call in your friends and family to listen to this presentation. You will get it on WhatsApp. Share it to your friends and family as they come to you. And if you are non-Muslims, fine, listen very carefully. I will all times try to use English words if I have to use an Arabic word. Like how I said, Al-Nahl, it means the bee. And this has to do a lot with science, because without the bee, human existence, human civilization will come to an end. Mankind will technically evaporate after a few months or years. So important is the Al-Nahl, or the bee, for our survival. And we have to be very careful in protecting this great asset. Now, how important is the bee, ladies and gentlemen, before I start my reading? It is so important that the Creator, we Muslims refer to the Creator as Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the Lord God of the worlds. Not the world, not for Muslim, but the Lord God of the worlds. So we recognize that other religions with written scriptures, and some by verbal scriptures passing down from time immemorial, that they all understand that God has been in communion with them, and the message of the Be has been moving on from time to time, from time immemorial. So what is my aim here? First, I'll give you a little chapter introduction of the Maulana Muhammad Ali translation of the Holy Quran. Then I will read in the English certain sections as it is printed, no commentary. But when I'm finished after maybe 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, then I will revert and I will start to discuss some of what was read in the Quran, and then I'll give you some scientific and philosophical reality of the Al-Nahl or the bee. So this little creature that you see here, which my technician will show you on my hand, and which you see here flying around and buzzing around, is actually responsible for the continuation of life. And that little creature, most of which produce honey, some don't, but in the honey comes many other medicines. And Subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke to this bee. Yes, to this bee. Subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator and Lord of the worlds, spoke and addressed the bee. So send this to your friends, your family, and look into YouTube, Electric Mosque Guyana, and inform your friends about Electric Mosque Guyana so they can get this wisdom, this knowledge. And here on the NTN, National Television Network 69. Dearest beloved divine friends and families, brothers and sisters, let me now go to the readings. As I give you a little intro, this chapter named the bee, because the bee guided by instinct, that's the Al-Nahl, which is called the revelation in this case, and in verse 68 of chapter 16, gathers together sweet honey from flowers of all kinds, taking what is best in them, thus producing a beverage of many hues in which there is healing for men, as the Quran says. So divine revelation to the Holy Quran, also the Holy Prophet, through revelation, received what was best in the teaching of all the prophets before him, and presented it in this holy and glorious Quran, Allah's gift to humanity, which is declared also to be a healing to mankind. So the honey and the bee and the gathering of the flowers with the revelations given to Prophet Muhammad of all the scriptures, in which the best were taken and compiled in the Holy Quran, like the honey that heals, the Quran is a healing for mankind. 1057 of the Holy Glorious Quran, for the spiritual diseases of men. And so, dear divine friends and family, we go into the topic at hand. Revelation testified to by nature. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Allah's commandment will come to pass. So seek not to hasten it. Glory be to Him who highly exalted be He above what they associate with Him. He sends down angels with revelation by his command on whom he pleases of his servants, saying, give the warning that there is no God but me, so keep your duty to me. He created the heavens and the earth with truth. Highly exalted be he above what they associate with him. He created man from a small life germ, and lo, he is an open contender. And the cattle, he has created them for you. You have in them warm clothing and other advantages, and of them you eat. And therein is the beauty for you, when you drive them back home and when you send them out to pasture. And they carry your heavy loads to regions which you could not reach, but with distress to yourselves. Surely your Lord is compassionate, merciful, and he made horses and mules and asses, that you might ride upon them as an ornament, and he creates what you know not. And upon Allah it rests to show the right way, and there are some deviating ways, and if he please, he would guide you all right. He it is who sends down the water from the clouds for you. It gives drink, and by it grow the trees on which you feed. He causes to grow for you thereby herbage, and the olives, and the date palms, and the grapes, and all the fruits. Surely there is a sign in this for a people who reflect. And he has made subservient for you the night and the day, and the sun and the moon, and the stars are made subservient by his command. And there are signs in this for a people who understand. And what he has created for you in the earth is of varied hues. Surely there is a sign in this for a people who are mindful. And he it is who has made the sea subservient to you, that you may eat fresh flesh from it, and bring forth from it ornaments which you wear. And thou seest the ships cleaving through it, so that you seek of his bounty, and that you may give thanks. And he has cast form mountains in the earth, lest it quake with you, and the rivers and roads, that you may go aright, and landmarks, and by the stars they find the right way. He then creates like him. Is he then who creates like him who creates not? Do you not mind? And if you would count Allah's favors, you would not be able to remember them. Surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. And Allah knows what you conceal and what you do openly. And those whom they call on besides Allah created not, while they are themselves created. Dead are they, not living, and they know not when they will be raised. Your God is one God, La ilaha illallah. So those who believe not in the hereafter, their hearts refuse to know, and they are proud. Undoubtedly, Allah knows what they hide and what they manifest. Surely he loves not the proud. And when it is said to them, what is it that your Lord has revealed? They say, stories of the ancients, that they may bear their burdens in full on the day of resurrection, and also of the burdens of those whom they led astray without knowledge. Evil is what they bear. Section 4. The wicked will come to disgrace. Those before them plotted, so Allah demolished their buildings from the foundations, so their roof fell down on them from above. and the chastisement came to them from whence they perceived not. Then on the resurrection day he will bring them to disgrace and say, where are your partners, for whose sake you became hostile? Those who are given the knowledge will say, surely disgrace this day, and evil upon the disbelievers, whom the angels cause to die, while they are unjust to themselves. Then would they offer submission. We did not do any evil, nay, surely Allah knows what you did. So enter the gates of hell to abide therein. Evil indeed is the dwelling place of the proud. And it is said to those who guard against evil, what has your Lord revealed? They say, good. For those who do good in this world is good. And certainly the abode of the hereafter is better. And excellent indeed is the abode of those who keep their duty. Gardens of perpetuity, which they enter, therein flow rivers. They have therein what they please. Thus does Allah reward those who keep their duty, whom the angels cause to die in purity, saying, peace be to you, enter the garden for what you did. Await they ought, but that the angel should come to them on that thy Lord's command should come to pass. I'll read that back again. Await they ought, but that the angel should come to them, or that the Lord's command should come to pass. Thus did those before them, and Allah wronged them not, but they wronged themselves. So the evil of what they did afflicted them, and that which they mocked encompassed them. Part 5. Prophets are raised to explain, and the idolaters say, had Allah please, we had not served aught but him, neither we nor our father, nor had we prohibited aught without order from him. Thus did those before them, but have the messengers any duty except a plain delivery of the message? And certainly we raised in every nation a messenger, saying, serve Allah and shun the devil. Then of them was he whom Allah guided, and of them was he whose remaining in error was justly due. So travel in the land, then see what was the end of the rejectors. If thou desirest their guidance, yet Allah will not guide them who leads astray, nor have they any helpers. And they swear by Allah their most energetic oaths. Allah will not raise up him who dies. Yes, it is a promise binding on him, quite true, but most people know not. I repeat, and they swear by Allah their most energetic oath, that Allah will not raise up him who dies. Yea, it is a promise binding on him, capital H, Allah. Quite true, but most people know not. So that he might make manifest to them about that which they differ, and that they who believe might know that they were liars. Our word for a thing, when we intend it, it is only that. We say to it, kun, fayakun, be. And section 6, doom of opponents is coming. And those who flee for Allah's sake after they are oppressed, we shall certainly give them a good abode in the world, and the reward of the hereafter is much greater. Did they but know? And those who are steadfast on their Lord and they rely, we will send not before thee any but men to whom we sent revelation. So ask the followers of a reminder if you know not. With clear arguments and scriptures. And you have revealed to thee the reminder. And we have revealed to thee the reminder, O Muhammad, that thou mayest make clear to men that which has been revealed to them, and that haply they may reflect. And they then who plan evil plans, secure that Allah will not abase them in the earth, or that chastisement will not overtake them from whence they perceive not, or that He will not seize them in their going to and fro, then they will not be able to escape, or that Allah will not seize them with a gradual diminution. Your Lord is surely compassionate, merciful. Say they not that everything that Allah has created, its very shadows return from right and left, making obeisance to Allah while they are in utter abasement. And to Allah makes obeisance every living creature that is in the earth, and that is in the heavens, and the angels too, and they are not proud, and they fear their Lord above them, and do what they are commanded. Section 7. Human nature revolts against polytheism. And Allah has said, take not two gods. He is only one God, so me alone should you fear. And whatever is in the heavens and the earth is His, and to Him is obedience due always. Will you then fear other than Allah? And whatever good you have, it is from Allah. Then when evil afflicts you, to Him do you cry for aid. Then when He removes the evil from you, lo, some of you associate others with the Lord, so as to deny what we have given them. Then enjoy yourselves, for soon will you know. And they set apart for what they know not, a portion of what we have given them. By Allah, you shall surely be questioned about that which you forged. And they ascribed daughters to Allah. Glory be to Him, and for themselves is what they desire. And when the birth of a daughter is announced to one of them, his face becomes black, and he's full of wrath. He hides himself from the people because of the evil of what is announced to him. Shall he keep it with disgrace, or bury it alive in the dust? Then surely evil is what they judge. For those who believe not in the hereafter are evil attributes, and Allah are the sublime attributes, and He is mighty and wise. Section 8. Iniquity of deniers. And if Allah were to destroy men for their iniquity, He would not leave them a single creature, but He respites them till an appointed time, so when their doom comes, they are not able to delay an hour, nor can they advance it. And they ascribe to Allah what they themselves hate, and their tongues relate the lie that for them is good. Assuredly for them is the fire, and they will be therein abandoned. By Allah we certainly sent messengers to nations before thee, but the devil made their deeds far seeming to them. So he is their patron today, and for them is a painful chastisement. And we have not revealed in the book, except that thou mayest make clear to them that wherein they differ, as a guidance and a mercy for a people who believe. And Allah sends down water from above, and therewith gives life to the earth after its death. Surely there is a sign in this for a people who listen. Surely there is a sign in this for a people who listen. Parable showing the truth of revelation. And surely there is a lesson for you in the cattle. The cattle. Operator will show you the cattle, the cows and the bulls, and so on. We gave you to drink from what is in their bellies, from betwixt the feces and the blood, pure milk. And you can see the drawing of milk from the cattle, agreeable to the drinkers. I will read that again. And surely there is a lesson for you in the cattle. We gave you to drink what is in their bellies, from betwixt the feces and the blood, pure milk, agreeable to the drinkers. And of the fruits of the palms and the grapes, you obtain from them intoxicants and goodly provision. There is surely a sign in this for a people who ponder. And thy Lord revealed to the bee, make hives in the mountains and in the trees and in what they build, and eat of their fruits and walk in the ways of thy Lord submissively. There comes forth from their bellies a beverage of many hues, in which there is a healing for men. Therein is surely a sign for people who reflect. And Allah creates you, then He causes you to die. And of you is who is brought back to the worst part of life, so that he knows nothing after knowing knowledge. Surely Allah is knowing and powerful. So brothers and sisters, seeing that this is the bee we are talking about, and we are now coming to the part with the bee and the sustenance and the hues of the color of the honey that the bee gathers from the sweet, from sometimes dozens and dozens of miles away, which scientifically they dance to teach the other bee where this one or that one found it. There is a miracle and a magic and a power in this wisdom. And so I read this last part just to impress upon you, verse 68, what is to come and the sciences that I hope to bring out. And the Lord revealed to the bee, make hives in the mountains and in the trees and in what they build. The Lord God spoke to the bees, ladies and gentlemen. I end with that at this time until next week for more on the Electric Mosque's presentation of the teachings of Islam, striving to bring Islam and peace and goodwill into your hearts, into Allah's earth, into the universe, and to send the positive messages to mankind. Friends and family, brothers and sisters, let us be good to our country. Let us be good to our fellow men and women. Let us be kind to the universe. Let us take care of our environment. Let us be responsible. Let us get our vaccinations. Let us get our tests. Let us speak to humanity in love and joy and support our government, which is a good government, a government of the people, for the people, by the people, our government of 2020. May God bless them. Work with the guy in the police force, the GDF, for law and order, goodwill, excellence, and decency. Your friend, your brother, me, Haji Dr. Ocean Khan, saying thank you. But I'll give you a little, some of you love it, I heard. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, ilaha illallah. Farewell, friends.
يا من هو الله الذي لا إله الله هو الرحمن الرحيم الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر الخالق